squaring up against Ghana, Niger, and the Benin Republic. It is only to actually prepare them and to let us see what we should be looking out for when it comes to the tournament proper come 2019 by February.
Olamide, have we been able to, from your own perspective, have we been able to curb age cheats in our football?
Well, you know, it will always be a problem in football, basically, and not just in Africa. You know, not just in Africa, but I think one of the problems or one of the reasons why it's so obvious in Africa is because you look at a man, you can already tell by the structure of his face that Dotun is not 17. How can Dotun be claiming 16 years old? You understand what I'm saying? This man is like 30 or 95 years and he's claiming 16. So I think it's common in football, but you can't take that away from football. But nevertheless, I think we're still grappling with it. They thought MRI could actually solve the problem, but you know, MRI is not precise.
Yes.
It only gives you a range, but it doesn't give you that exact. So it's only about you being honest. And you know, there's nothing that can't happen in football.
But I just want to quickly say this concerning the age cheats that we're talking about. Just some couple of weeks back in Benin Republic, some guys, 12 of them, were jailed for age fraud. And if you look at it very well, Paul Aigbogun, I'm not sorry to say this, he has been in charge of the Nigerian Under-20 national team, extending invitation to guys that have been playing Nigerian professional football league for up to 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
And that's what FIFA will allow.
Maybe they started very early.
They started playing in the Nigerian professional football league
at age what? 12. At age what?
At age 12.
So, when I was talking about this thing in the morning,
because it's amazing to see that I don't know, it's amazing.
I just look at it and say to myself that why can't you
know?
Just
I was actually I went to see a coach, a grassroots coach, and I told him, okay, there's a certain young boy I saw. From the look of from what I've seen about the boy, I think he should be of a certain age. But when I went to ask the coach said, no, the boy is lower than that. He actually plays for the under 14. And the young man is above 14. I was looking at him like, is this right?
No, I don't like talking about this, but because it's really disheartening.
I think we should just put it that way.
Of course, we should just move on from that.
All right. We hope that one day we'll actually be able to take away age cheat completely from our football in Africa and of course Nigeria. Let's switch attention to the ATP World Tour Finals ongoing in the United Kingdom. We saw games, matches played yesterday, and some games will also be played today. Roger Federer actually bounced back and got a win against Dominic Thiem 6-2, 6-3, while the African finest, talking about Kelvin Anderson, also defeated Kel Nishikori 6-love and 6-1. Olamide, great one. I think I want us to talk about Kelvin Anderson. He has actually been hoisting the flag of Africa very high in almost all competitions he has participated in. 2 wins from 2 matches. What do you think are his chances of winning the ATP World Tour Final?
Well, I think he stands a good chance. You know, you look at the fact that he beat somebody who beat Roger Federer. And that's one thing. It's a big motivation for you. Beating Kei Nishikori, a household name in tennis, not today. I mean, it's a good morale booster for you. I mean, it's like taking an energy boost. I mean, so the idea of Kevin Anderson hoisting the flag of South Africa and representing Africa at large, it actually brings that sense of the fact that, okay, this guy is actually doing well for Africa and is doing well for himself. We can't take that away. But at the ATP tours, you have good players. You have players who are at the top 5 ranking of tennis, and you can't take that away. So, but I think he's just have to put his head down and take the game one game at a time and see how far he gets. Remember, it was at the final of I think it was
US Open,
and losing to
he got the better of Djokovic on his way down to the final.
So he lost at the final, and I think it was a good one for him. It was one experience that he needed at that particular point to go far. So Kevin Anderson, thumbs up, kudos for me, and just take it one game at a time and let's see how far he goes.
All right, we wish him all the best in the ongoing World Tour Finals played ongoing in the United Kingdom. Let's switch attention. Still talking tennis right now. One particular female tennis player. When you talk about female, tennis players, you want to talk about her. She's far above others. Talking about Serena Williams. She has actually emerged as the GO woman of the Year. She's the only woman to have actually been named among three others. The other three are actually male, and she's a female, and she's really, you want to say it's really a very good one, though not a very great season for her, because then she could not really lay her hands on Wimbledon. Any Grand Slam.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people wrote Serena off when she got pregnant and gave birth to the baby, and you know, but she has actually, she came back very strong, I beg your pardon. She came back very strong, and she actually proved that, okay, I'm pregnant, but it's not a disease. And I can actually show myself to be an example for every woman out there. That the fact that you're pregnant does not mean you can't return to the top of a game. So Serena is a role model to women out there, not just to women, even some men. She's a powerful figure.
Yeah, she should be a role model to Prince William.
I hope he's watching this, you know, and he's going to hold you by your words. But nevertheless, she's a good, strong, tough lady, and you know she has proven that. Okay, yeah, I can be a mother and a top tennis player at the same time. So I mean, and how she has been able to do that for the past 10 years.
At the time she said something, she said, "Thank you to my baby for cooperating."
Trust me, I mean, being a mother takes a lot.
It takes a lot, absolutely.
But she has actually proven.
I remember what Dotun went through just 2 days ago. Yeah, he went through a lot. Yeah.
I think we both know.
It is well.
So, nothing. I'm so happy for her. I mean, being the only woman out there in the top 5, it's really a good, big achievement for Serena.
All right, a great achievement for Serena Williams. Let's bring you the highlight of the game between Roger Federer and Dominic Thiem. Enjoy the highlights.